Hi there, my name is Adam Ferrer, and today I'll be talking about a customer success story with Javelin. Now, there are many ways to use the same tools to achieve different results, and at Javelin, we get to witness this every day as our customers leverage our 3D solutions for their own unique application. So, this customer is Nova Scotia Power Makerspace, or NSP, and they're managed by InnovaCorp. They're located in Cape Breton, and what they do is provide startups, entrepreneurs, students, and other creative minds with space, equipment, materials, and the education to turn their ideas into innovative products. Now, this space includes a general work area, a tool library, woodworking tools, metalworking shop, electronics and robotics lab, as well as access to 3D CAD such as SOLIDWORKS and 3D printing capabilities. This makerspace has a bunch of different members, and in this particular situation, let's talk about RotoFast, one of the members of the makerspace. So RotoFast creates fasteners and anchors for acoustic panels, majority of these panels being for sound deadening. And they were facing this challenge. The challenge was there were new products for acoustic paneling that were just released, and this opened the opportunity for RotoFast to redesign their fasteners and anchors. The only issue is they had to have their functional prototype done in record time. Now, RotoFast uses more traditional methods for prototyping, and they wouldn't be able to meet their deadline if they used their own methods, and that's why they came to NSP. NSP was there to help them cut down their design times, their prototype iterations, and their manufacturing communications. Now, using SOLIDWORKS and 3D printing tools, they were able to meet their deadline. And let's see what Matt Swan, the director of NSP, has to say about his interaction or his collaboration with RotoFast.
The process that we use, just to get into it a little more detail. So we're really thrilled to have SOLIDWORKS available to us in the makerspace. It's a huge enabler. It's great to be able to design things on paper. Great to have some lower level CAD packages, but fabulous to have SOLIDWORKS available. And we're teaching people how to use this, and even our member RotoFast, their employees have taken onto it and appreciate it, and are using the software for their own further developments in our space. So there's they're gaining abilities there that they never had before, not just solving a one-time problem. So yeah, we went through the process of initial designs, started moving it into SOLIDWORKS, showing them how easy it was to make adjustments back up and down the feature tree and moving things until it looked right, looked like it might work. And then over to the Objet 30 Prime, drop those files in, and literally the next morning they've got their first piece, which was a little bit mind-blowing. And they took that first piece, looked at it, immediately saw they had iterations, changes that need to be made to it, sit right down at in the CAD lab, make those changes on SOLIDWORKS again, and put it right back in for the next morning. And so the iterations just happen so quickly to be able to get their parts done properly. Not only that, we're able to test various materials, see how they all worked with their own testing procedures to see what's going to work well, what's going to last, what's easiest to work with, manufacturability. So they're able to play around a lot with their materials. And they followed the process through the multiple iterations until they were happy with it. It actually got to a point where they were making their own design changes on SOLIDWORKS with very little help from us. They were setting up their own prints, very little help from us, and iterating until they got something that was just what they were looking for. And really valuable to be able to have that in a digital file. And that file then can be shipped off to manufacturers, and there is no questions about exactly what the geometry looks like at that point. It's there, it's in the file, and so away that goes. So we were quite happy to be able to follow that process through and to help them move from an idea right through to a functional prototype that was tested and they had confidence in, and they were able to move it on to manufacturing. So let's talk a little bit about the outcome. We would say a very successful prototyping journey in the makerspace. They ended up with a quality product that passed all their testing with flying colors, probably better than they expected, and record development time. That was it was really something for them to see, something for us to see, how quickly that process went and how quickly there was something in hand that actually could be commercialized. Again, for them to be able to easily transfer the information to manufacturers for the quoting process, for tooling processes, whatever it might be. Here it is, here's the file, no drawings to interpret, although drawings go along with it for sure. But it's all there. It's all easy to interpret, and they moved from there to quality manufacturing. Got their first parts off and tested them further, and away they went. And I'm really happy to be able to say that they had a successful market entry and wide market acceptance with that very, very quickly. So really, really happy with the outcome for RotoFast. Happy for the outcome of that for Makerspace, because that means a lot for us to be able to see how that was valuable. That's pretty well it. Here at the Nova Scotia Power Makerspace, we are really thankful for Javelin's support for their products. We're using them every day, teaching people the software, showing people the 3D printing capabilities, and here's to many more problems solved.
This is a great example showing how you can improve the time from design to manufacturing by leveraging these tools. But let's talk about the advancements in rapid prototyping for 3D printing. Additive manufacturing has progressed so much that it's not just print a model to show what your product will look like, but you can print a fully functional model. These models can be made to meet your strength requirements, weight requirements, heat deflection requirements, or temperature requirements. They can also match Pantone colors, transparency, textures. All these different things have been progressing in the additive manufacturing world to the point where you can actually create end-use products with a 3D printer. So if it's a low run, very specialized part, yeah, you can create an end-use product using a 3D printer. If this case study has sparked your interest, I highly recommend you visit the Javelin website and check out the resource library and look at case studies. So these are all our different customer applications of our 3D solutions. Also check out the blog. There are plenty of tech tips, blog posts, stories, and things like that that can help you improve your workflow. I think Javelin's resource library is one of the most put together resources for these types of things that people need to check out and take advantage of. So I highly implore you to do that. I'd like to thank Matt Swan, RotoFast, and Nova Scotia Power Makerspace for allowing us to create this story. Thank you very much for listening today. I hope you have a good day, and see you next time.